Hello, and welcome to Getting Started with ZIPPYDOC. In this video, we will show how to use the vector task in ZIPPYDOC. This task can be used to carry out vector addition or multiplication. The datasets we are using for this example are two vector matrices. The first one has 2 rows and 3 columns, while the second has 3 rows and 2 columns. We want to multiply these two vectors. In order to get started, we need to add the data tables to a ZIPPYDOC flow. You can find information on how to add a table to a flow in our previous video. In this case, we have already added 2 tables to the flow. We then add the vector task to the flow. We do this by clicking the Select Task button and choosing the vector task from the available list of options. The task has now been added to the flow, and we can update the description of the task. It's always a good idea to briefly describe what a task is doing. In this case, we'll type in vector multiplication. We can then start entering the parameters by clicking the Parameter tab. The first pane in the Parameter tab is Select Input Tables. In the first Select table, we will select V1, and in the second Select table, we will select V2. The next pane is Select Options. In Task Type, we will select Multiplication. Next is the Define Output Table pane. In Output Table Name, we'll type Output Vector. We will leave the other fields unchanged. And now we can run this task. Once the task has been executed, a new output table will be generated. We can see that ZIPPYDOC has created a new tab named Output Vector. The output is a new vector matrix that is the product of multiplication of our 2 input vectors. Thank you for joining us in this instructional video series for ZIPPYDOC. We will see you in the next video.